happened at Giordano Law Firm on 8th and Washington Street, where we are told that a client went in, opened fired, and we have as many as possibly 5 shooting victims. We have some at Rapids Regional Medical Center and some at Cabrini. You're currently looking at a live shot of what it looks like downtown. There are some 20 to 30 police cruisers throughout downtown Alexandria. Pretty much the area has been sealed off. You're asked not to travel to the area, and if you're in the area, you probably will not be able to leave, as they are asking people downtown to take cover for safety reasons because the gunman is still inside of the law office. We do have News Channel 5's Joel Massey in the newsroom. He does have some background information on the gunman at this time. Is Joel there? Yes, he is. Joel, hi. You talked with the mayor, Jacques Roy, and you got a little bit of information about John Ashley. We're told John Ashley is the gunman in this situation. What else do you know about Mr. Ashley?
Not much at this point. I spoke with Mayor Jacques Roy. He told me that he knows John Ashley personally. He is a former city employee, upset about retirement benefits that he was not getting, and this is just a tragedy. Mayor Roy, he said that he can't confirm how long he was with the city. The reports that that John Ashley worked 30+ years came from community members that I spoke to.
Okay. Thank you.
He was a member of Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and some members of his church were there, had been there from the time that where this incident first started, about 2:20 this afternoon. They were too upset to go on camera, and Farrah, it's just a tragic situation all around.
And also a correction, I'd like to apologize to our viewers. Camille Giordano is a man. I apologize. I've been saying Camille is a she. I've been stand corrected, and I do apologize to the family and his business associates and friends. Also want to bring Charlotte Ducote, who is on the telephone. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm told we're changing. We're going to go back outside to the live shot. There is a live scene, what you look at. That building is the Giordano Law Firm. It is on 8th and Washington Street, where we are told Mr. John Ashley, a former city employee, went into the office and opened fire with possibly 5 people being shot. We do have Camille Giordano was shot. Also, Sam Giordano was shot. And we hear that the secretary, Andrea Fletcher, was shot in the leg and listed to be in fair condition. We do know probably about a half hour ago, tear gas was shot into the building. We saw smoke coming out behind of it, but so far no movement as trying to get the gunman out of there. We do not know if it is a hostage situation at this time. We do not have confirmed reports if victims are still being holed up with the hostage. We do know that there are several ambulances on standby, of course, when they go in, so they can take care of those who may be wounded. Again, we're not sure if there's still victims inside. We do know the gunman is. News Channel 5's Mac Magnolia has been around the corner there, and he's been hearing hostage negotiators try to get Mr. Ashley to pick up the phone inside the law office, possibly make some negotiations to ask him to surrender peacefully. Everything downtown is sealed off. The town talk, all of the banks, the hospitals, pretty much every business along the Washington Street, 8th Street area. There are minor accidents occurring because folks are wanting to drive down here to see what's going on. We encourage you to stay put, please. And also, if you can, donate blood. There has been a call for blood. So recap of what happened, probably at almost 3 o'clock this afternoon. We heard shots fired. I would probably say maybe a block from the TV station here from where we're at Giordano Law Firm. It's on 8th and Washington. We're told Mr. John Ashley, a client and former city employee, walked in, opened fire, and as many as 5 people have been shot as a result. We do not have the extent of the injuries. We are trying to get some folks on the phone for that. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm told we have Miss Evelyn Ashley, who is the wife of the alleged gunman. Miss Ashley, hello, can you hear me? Miss Ashley, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Right at this point, I really don't know. I've been up here for about 3 hours, and I don't know no more than what the people are saying, and that is all I know at this point.
And where
they will not let me get through.
Where are you downtown? What's your location?
I'm standing by the Rosa Sarah's Baptist Church.
And this is your husband, Mr. John Ashley? The officers are calling the gunman, he is your husband?
Ma'am?
And the alleged gunman, Mr. Ashley, is he your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is the story you're hearing so far as to how the events unfolded?
That he is the one in there doing the shooting.
Okay, any idea, did he leave home this morning? Was he upset? Did you have any idea?
He left home this morning to go to work, and that must have been about 5:30.
Okay, he left to work, and how was his mood? Did he seem upset? Was he okay? Was he in good spirits?
He was kind of upset.
And what was he upset about?
I don't know. He wouldn't talk to me and tell me.
Is this something, has he been upset all week, or did he just wake up?
He's been upset for quite some time.
Any idea as to why?
He lost his daughter, and he went through a divorce
Yes, ma'am.
years back, and he was still going through some legal stuff, and he lost his daughter recently, and, I just don't know.
And we heard reports that you tried to make contact with him near the building this afternoon. Tell me about that.
I was at the intersection where you intersection down where the Sharon Baptist Church was, Martin Luther King Drive, and the officer was sitting there, and I said I had gotten the news that it was my husband doing some shooting downtown, and he said to just wait right there. I waited there 3 hours, and he still wouldn't let me do.
Okay, did you try to go through the barricade and get closer to contact your husband?
No, ma'am. I stopped right there and obeyed his order.
Okay, and have you been hearing the shots fired throughout the evening as well?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what kind of man is Mr. Ashley? Tell me a little bit about him, his background. Does he have several friends? Does he isolate himself?
He isolated himself at time after time. He retired from the city of Alexandria.
When did he retire?
He retired about in 2005.
And has he been depressed, I guess, since the passing of his daughter or the divorce?
He was depressed before then. But
Right.
He had a death before then, and he was depressed.
Have y'all tried to seek any medical help for
I've
him?
asked him. I talked to his pastor concerning him, and it just wasn't no go-through. I'm just hanging in.
Yes, ma'am. And how are you doing?
Well, I'm about the best I can be at this point.
Does he have weapons or collections of guns at his house, or is this something he just recently probably purchased?
When he moved from his house, he had a shotgun. He had an old-time gun. I don't know what kind it was, but I know it was an old-time gun. He had that, and he had a gun that he'd taken from his daughter, which is deceased.
Okay, and
But I never saw it, but I know she had called and told me her dad had taken her gun.
right. And how long ago did he take the gun? Was it several months ago? Just recently?
Yes, ma'am. It was several months before she passed.
And did he keep these in your home or in his vehicle?
No, he didn't keep it in the house. He always carried them with him.
So are you surprised?
Because he had a gun once before that one of my boys taken from him. So he wouldn't leave any of his stuff in the house. He even have his jewelry in the truck.
Oh, is he a hunter? Is he?
No, he's not a hunter.
So this is really unusual behavior for him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if he has News Channel 5 on right now in the office and he can hear us, what do you want to say to him?
What you say?
If Mr. Ashley is watching News Channel 5 right now and he's hearing your voice, what message do you want to send him right now if he's watching?
I would want to tell him to surrender himself and come on out, and it's going to be all right.
Yeah, you're really upset and scared, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If there's, do you have children with him? Miss Ashley?
Uh-huh.
Do the two of you have children, or are you just recently married?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all live in the city of Alexandria?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so he just woke up this morning and just seen his normal quiet self. He didn't mention anything about seeing the Giordano attorneys or anything like that?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
He made no remark as I'm really upset or I have business?
No, ma'am.
Nothing.
No, ma'am.
A real surprise for you. Okay, so, well, if there's anything you want to tell him, we encourage you to tell him now.
John, surrender yourself, John, and come on out.
Okay.
It's going to be all right.
Do you have any other family members there with you?
Yeah, my pastor and my brothers. Both of these are my brothers.
Have any of law enforcement agencies allowed you to make contact with him? Have y'all
No,
tried
ma'am,
to call?
not at this point.
Yeah, okay. And you're on the opposite end behind the building?
Yes, ma'am.
We had confirmed reports that you tried to walk to the building and they ran and tried to escort you out, and we heard shots fired. Is that true?
No, ma'am, that was not me.
That was not you. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Any idea who that might have been? Does he have any sisters in town?
No,
or-
ma'am. I'm hearing things about some lady tried to talk to him, so I don't know who that could be.
Okay. Does he have any other relatives in town, like a sister or a mother or a cousin?
I don't know at this point. I'm on one side of the building.
Okay, all right. Now, are you originally from the Alexandria area?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all been here your whole life?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how long have you been married to Mr. Ashley?
It'll be 3 years in January.
And what's your relationship like with him?
Well, he's quiet. He don't talk. He don't do too much of communicating. You know, he always confines himself in a room.
And has he always been that way since you've known him?
Not in the beginning, just lately, you know, for the last 2 years he refused counseling. You know, I talked to him about going to counseling because I'm a recovering alcoholic, and he refused to do anything for himself.
Okay. Miss Ashley, thanks so much for talking with us and kind of giving us an idea of the kind of man Mr. Ashley is.
Yes,
and thanks so much for calling in, and hopefully he heard your pleas to give up and safely.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
And that is the wife of John Ashley, the alleged gunman who opened fire inside of Giordano Law Firm this afternoon, probably right before 3 o'clock. 8th and Washington Street downtown. We know 5 people were shot, and there is a need for blood at this point. And Mr. Ashley, we're told, was a former city employee. His wife told us he got up this morning, quiet as usual. He has been a depressed individual. She says that this is a shock to her. He does own guns, but this is just not typical behavior for him. So a lot of concern with that as well. And okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll check in with Tom Kavik on the forecast and also bring you the latest information on this situation.